So now I'm going to show you how to do descriptive statistics in Minitab, and I'm going along with this PowerPoint right here where, let me keep going. Okay, so I have a data set that I've put for this unit that I'm going to use. It's about hospitals. It's about rating systems for hospitals. So think about when you go to a hospital or if you go to a doctor's office, a lot of times after you go or after you've been seen, they'll ask you to rate the hospital on a couple of different ways. And one way that they do that in stats is they'll ask you a bunch of questions and say it's between 0 and 10. Well, what they do then is they take all those values for each question, they add it together, and that can give them a rating for a hospital. So as you can see here, for hospital A and B, they had 20 patients rated from 1 to 100. And again, when you're in the real world, for you and I, probably first thing you thought of, oh, they probably did, okay, on a score of 1 to 100, how well did you rate your experience? But that might not always be the case. So whenever you're doing some kind of analysis, if you can ever see what they gave to the patients or what they gave to the customers, always see that so that you have a better understanding of what you're doing. Okay, so I have a Minitab data set. I have the instructions here, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So when you're in D2L, let me go there right fast and let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you go to our module for this course, and for the future courses or for the future modules coming up, if you click on the data sets and the discussion pages, here is the Minitab thing, and it will go ahead. Once you click on it, it will download to your computer. So just save it. And then if you open it when it's done or click on it, you can do different ways. Hopefully it's not going to make a liar of me. Yeah, it's thinking it's going to automatically open Minitab. So that's really helpful. And the cool thing, it actually has your data right there. I'm always going to try to do that for you so you see what's going on. Okay, we talked about some descriptive statistics. So let me show you how that Minitab can run it for me. So if I go to Stat, Basic Statistics, Display Descriptive Statistics, it's going to pop up this little window. All right, so it is only looking at rating here under variables because I clicked in here. Why? Rating is a quantitative variable. This is what I can do descriptive statistics on. So if I click on it, it'll go there. Okay, then I want to do statistics. I want to click everything that we talked about. I'm going to click the mean, the standard deviation, the variance, first quartile, median, third quartile, interquartile range, mode. I'm going to do the minimum, the maximum, and the range. I'm going to do in non-missing and in missing and in total. You don't have to do in total. I usually do, but then you can hit OK and hit OK. So look what it does for me. If you've had statistics classes before, you probably had to put it in the calculator. I hope you'd never had to do it by hand. You might have had to do it in Excel. Minitab does it really quickly and very easily for you. So let's dissect what I have. Okay, for those 40 hospitals, or excuse me, those 40 patients that give ratings for the hospital, my data set has 40, and that was the total count. Again, my N equals here. Why did I do that? Well, sometimes you may have missing data, and if you have missing data, it will show right here. That N with a little star means data that you're missing. I have my mean, 69.8, standard deviation, 14.87, variance, 220.98, your minimum, which is your minimum value, your Q1, which is 58.25, your median, which is the middle, Q3, which is your third quartile or your 75th percentile, your maximum, which is 98, your range, which is your min from your max, your IQR, which is Q1 to Q3, and your modes. So there's a lot of modes in this data set, and it only gave us 4 of those. It gave us 55, 57, 58, and 68, and those occurred 2 times. Okay, so we know there's a lot of modes. Because there's a lot of small modes, then if I'm going to look at the shape of the graph, I'm going to really look at that mean and that median. So I've done descriptive statistics for that. So then what if I wanted to do it by each hospital? Minitab handles that beautifully. So I go to Stats, Basic Statistics, Display Descriptive Statistics. So I still have rating here, but now I want to do by variable. And look, when I go into that box, hospital popped up. So if I click on hospital twice, if I click on statistics, everything is still marked, which is great. Hit OK, hit OK, boom. So what does it do for me there? It gives me the ratings of hospital A and hospital B. So remember, each hospital had 20 different patients. And now I can see the differences in the mean, standard deviation, variance, minimum, Q1, median, Q3, maximum, range, IQR, and the modes. All right, so now what am I seeing? I can quickly compare those two. So let's just do some quick things. The mean for hospital B is a lot lower than hospital A. And the standard deviation is greater than hospital B than A. So what does that mean? My data is lower for hospital B for ratings, and my data is more spread out because my standard deviation is bigger. And if I look at my minimum, I'm seeing that. The minimum score for hospital B was 35, where the minimum for hospital A was 62. And again, you can see it's a lot lower. Look at that median and that median for B and A. Again, I'm seeing a huge difference in those. If I look at the maximum, it's almost 11 points different. Or excuse me, 9 points different. That's a lot. So something's going on here. There's some difference between the ratings in hospital A and hospital B. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do the graphs to see how they look.